Boys and girls, I'm Nick in the States, and today we're going to talk about this glorious bad beast. It's a Orville Les Paul limited edition Jimmy Page wired from our dear friends in Japan. And in fact, this one belongs to my dear friend Andy Mack, who's been nice enough to lend it to me. Thanks, Andy. Really awesome. This bad boy, though, is a beast. Look at it. It is all Jimmy Page's wonder. We'll come in close. Whooping. We have flaming to the top, two-piece mahogany back with some nice honest playwear on it. Rosewood fretboard. No nibs on the binding, but a nice inlay job all the way up and down the neck. The Gibson Les Paul logo, because this is legit, folks. Gibson did license this to Orville, or to be made in Japan. Has gold Grover tuners, we like that, and one-piece mahogany neck. Very, very cool. So now the top on this one, though, is actually kind of interesting. Orville has two lines from 1988 to 1998. Either the straight-up Orvilles or the Orville by Gibsons, which are a slight tier above those. Those could be had with real Gibson pickups, solid flame tops, or flame maple veneers. From all I can tell on this normal Orville lines, any of them with a flame top really seem to be photo flames. What's a photo flame? Gods, it's where they impersonate flame maple in some sort of printed material. And you can tell because you can wiggle it back and forth in the light, and it doesn't do that crazy 3D thing that a real flame top does. This one I have a hard time telling. I have a theory that it's actually a photo top, but I not enough to bet my life on it, and I don't want to besmirch this poor guitar's reputation. But I believe it's a photo top. Can't tell though, and I will tell you, I can probably flash up some pictures now. Some of the photo tops are insane, and you see them in pictures, and you're like, holy moly, that's gorgeous, or way over the top. But they all look identical. It's the same pattern on all of them. And Fender I know Fender was famous for the technique. They did some Fender Japan ones, where they even did photo flame wrap necks, and you could tell them because there's a certain part in the back of the neck, it looked like a Big Mac, I swear. So you look for a Big Mac on a flame maple neck from Fender to make sure that it's not a photo. Sad, scary, but true. And this is all knowledge that's hiding up here. Back to this lovely guitar, though. So, either way, photo, real. Underneath this veneer of some sort is a 3/4 inch thick maple cap. So it makes it feel like a Les Paul. I don't believe this has any weight relief to it. It's shaped identical to a Les Paul. The neck profile feels very much like that late 59. Not that I've ever played a late 59, let's be honest here. But that what's famous for. It's not that mega slim 1960 neck. It doesn't have a lot of roll over the top of edge of the fretboard, so it ends in kind of a hard C instead of like a soft C. Or a super shallow D if you prefer. And one of the things that some people have complaints about Orvilles, there's tons of Japanese Les Pauls that came out in that period of time, whether it's Greco, Tokai, Bernie, Orville, Fujigen, FGN, all of them. There's lots. Area Pro. What the knock against the Orvilles is they all feel very similar. The cool thing about the Orvilles from the collector standpoint, because they're pretty rare, is they all feel pretty similar. So if you've played an Orville from somebody else, you kind of know basically what you're getting into. I have another Orville. This is a Fujigen factory. That one's from Terada. It does have a little more roll over the top of the edge of the fretboard. Whether that's from playwear, who knows? That one's about the same age as this one, 90-ish. So it puts it as 27 years old. Wow, 1990 was 27 years ago, folks. Let that sit in. Back to the guitar. Anyway, similar type feel, though, but very, very cool. Anyway, that's all that. This has the stock Japanese PAF clone and has a Seymour Duncan Seth Lover bridge that was added later. And Talk about the rig quick. PV Bandit 112 with a Scotia reverb running on the clean channel. Running through a TC Electronic Polytune 2 Noir for all tuningness, which we'll get right. Into a MXR Custom 78 Badass Distortion for the Soul Food is there to give you the thing. Show you a California sound for the So yeah, there's that. So anyway, that's the rig. But this guitar plays really, really well. It has its little share of dings and scratches, which is awesome. I like Japanese Les Pauls because they're a little bit cheaper, less expensive than a real Les Paul. And I've imported all of my personal ones from Japan, and they've come with honest Japanese playware. Like somebody gigged this thing around Tokyo or Kyoto or whoever, and had some fun with it, which means if you have to lean it against your amp or if it drops for a second, not if it breaks the neck, but like if it gets another scratch or two, it's okay. You're just adding to its fable that is all over it. Yeah, fable, I said it. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the guitar. Pickups are quite nice. The Seth Lever bridge clean, put it in the middle. Neck. It's nice though. I think the bridge clean. It's just good. I like Seth Levers. They're really the, honest PAF kind of thing from Seymour Duncan. You goose them with just a little bit of soul food. Anyway, nice. The neck pickup, it's nice. It's it's warm. The glassiest pickup for a neck, but I still there's a whole lot there to work with though. It's very cool, not too muddy, articulate, very, very nice. I dig that part a lot. The key, like, I have Les Paul, I want to sort of Marshall. Grinds. She's actually real nice and punchy. This Seth Lever is awesome. In the middle. Nice, right? Like good little fun kind of stuff. This has 9s on it. 9s felt foreign to me, and now I'm starting to like them. This is a bad admission. You understand why Paige went with really light. I have a buddy of mine on the channel just put some 7s on one of his, and I don't think, my hands need a little more resistance than 7s, I think. But don't knock it until you try. She also does, this particular one isn't really set up for metal, but... that too. So I have another video up, What's the Deal with Jimmy Page, where it goes through this in a lot more detail, but this I'll do with a little bit more dirt to it. So normal. That's in the middle. So if I go, we'll do all these in the middle. Tap them both. Tap just the neck. Full humbuckers. First one, rhythm is parallel series parallel link. Money for nothing, chicks for free, Dire Straits kind of feel. Similarly, when I go to for me, it's almost both of them are like cocked wahs, whereas the series parallel, the rhythm pot, is definitely more cocked, and the out of phase is less cocked. Is less cocked. Orville, Jimmy Page, really, really cool. Watch the What's the Deal with Orville's video that I have, where it goes into a lot of details of knowing which factory, all the different things between an Orville and Orville by Gibson, that kind of stuff. And watch the What's the Deal with Jimmy Page's, because then you get more of the coil tappy kind of stuff that's applicable to any Les Paul that you want to put coil taps on, or any 2-humbucker, 2-volume, 2-tone thing situation. Anywho, Orville from Japan, pre-loved, pre-joyed. Thanks, Andy, again. I've been Nick in the States. Yes, folks, I have issues. Do take care of yourself.